Hi, everyone. I wanted to make this quick to kind of ease your minds a little bit, and specifically for those who are already pretty much done with their brand too because it was due this morning. Now give you a little breathing room to kind of go back. And I probably should have made a clarifying video last week, but I didn't really realize it until Sunday, and then it felt too late. So this morning I decided to extend. Also, I'm wearing a really great scarf today, and so I was excited for all of you to see that on the video I'm making today. So, just a couple of really quick things. Someone emailed me last week and snaps to them. I won't say their name. You know who you are. And basically said, "Do you have an example of a brand too?" And I didn't reply because I didn't get it until a little late, and then I also don't have one, and that's because we've never done this before. And so it got me really thinking, how do I explain? Because it's not really about what I want, and I think many of you I could kind of tell, like, what do you want? What should I do? And I want you to think of it like this: the brand assignment part two is you creating communication for that brand. And we've been learning, right, especially with the video that Heather made for this week. I just put it up. You probably haven't seen it yet. But the idea that there's many, 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 many ways to make communication, right? And so basically we're asking for 5 cohesive pieces, however that manifests, to promote your brand. And so obviously you're going to want to think about what pieces work together to get the best communication out. How much do I have to explain the product versus, so the Netflix one that is seems to be a made up product, Celidia, I believe it's called. That one you're going to need a lot of communication about what it actually is and what it does. Whereas the photography brands, we all know what a photographer is and what they do. Then it's more about how they do it and why you should pick this photographer over another photographer. Coloring, font, visual images. I'm not expecting you to be an expert or graphic designer. I am expecting you to try and say, this is what I was going for. So can you use different media to promote one, imaginary event? Sure, absolutely. It absolutely can cross over. Remember, it's all about communicating your brand. You don't necessarily have to have a write-up, but I think having sort of a communication to me or to anyone who is editing your brand would be really nice, right? So something that cohesively lays out what you did and what your plan was. Because you may have posted things right next to each other, but if you were actually promoting a brand, you would have spread them out over a month, for example. So go back through and honestly, this video isn't for someone who didn't start and is way behind. This is for someone who worked hard on this. And now I'm sort of saying, go back through, look and see if what I'm saying matches with kind of what you did. And if you need to tweak anything, I'm giving you an opportunity to do that. You have until Thursday. That does not mean that we're on pause. We're going to keep moving. So I've already got press release stuff, which could come in handy if you wrote a press release. Check that out. Press release stuff and Heather's video already up in week 8. And then we'll be rolling out details of the group projects in the next few days. So going ahead with that. I'm also willing to answer questions. If you want to email me, I had one student pretty much right after my email and say, hey, did I do this right? Can you go look at mine? I'm happy. I'm going to go look at theirs and give a response to that. Another question is like, well, how can I submit this? And remember, based on the email I had last night, the best way to do it is a way that someone could cohesively look at it. So if I'm going to just make some stuff up. So let's say I have a Twitter account and I have a press release that I have in a PDF format, and I have a poster that I have in a PDF format. And then I made a like a doodle so that shows let's say my brand does different classes, okay? So I have a doodle or a calendar app that I'm using online. And then I've also made a Facebook page, okay? So I would turn in remember I've opened up the number of submissions. So I would turn in a write up that says everything I did and how I planned and how it works together. Just a little paragraph that leads me through the pieces, leads my teacher through the pieces. And then I would have the link to the Twitter page, the link to the calendar app, the link to the Facebook page. And then attached to the submission, I would have the PDF of the press release and the PDF of the poster, right? So it's all in one spot. And then to have someone audit that, I could put it up somewhere on a drive for someone to look at in a folder with the name of your brand. Some of you might have all links. Some of you might have more attached documents. If you need to zip them or upload them to my Dropbox, let me know if it's not working. As long as it's cohesive, right? So I can see, okay, here are all the pieces. And remember, that's one of the goals, is that it's not these 5 random things like, well, they made me do this, but you're crafting a brand, right? Like you are crafting an idea that promotes and communicates, because that's the secret to all of this, the communication, the brand and what it is and how it is. So hopefully that helps. You have till Thursday. Rock on. Let me know if you need anything. Peace out.